high schoolers just they have super like peak momentum, whether they're a good rapper or they're not, coming out of high school, and I just show them how to cultivate that and getting them to the next level. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully that can push more artists into like a Phil Sosa, P-Wop, Game Time June type status. You know what I'm saying? Because that's really it raises the level of the whole landscape in Tulsa if more artists get to that kind of status. You know what I'm saying? And not that I know how to do it, but I got a lot of game and I see promoters suck that momentum dry for so many people. You know what I'm saying? Like, they come out of high school, once they're old enough to get into these parties, they use that clout and all they homies coming with them just to get their parties cracking, but nothing ever gives back to the artist.
Told you we was giving you the okay back today to make a way. He gon' die today, nobody.
Steph Simon back again. For the third time, doing this OakA interview. How's everything?
We at the OakA once again.
Yes, sir.
I got a building now.
Yeah, trying to level up.
We're not randomly showing up to random Airbnbs.
Yeah, that was
nobody know. Like, I was like, bro, it's crazy. We pulled up today. It was like, man, this feel like a setup.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's how I felt the first time I met y'all.
That one, in hindsight, was real sketchy.
It was hella sketchy.
Yeah.
The area, it was an area that nobody in Tulsa really goes to unless you live over there.
Yeah.
That was my first time on that street. I was like, dog, I'm trying to explain to my girl. I'm like, I really don't know, bro. Like, grab the gun.
Yeah.
I'll call you. Like, I went in there and everything was solid. We did it.
Yeah.
And a lot of people just showed up too. I wonder if they all felt that way.
I'm sure.
But like, it was cool. You know what I'm saying? It's cool to see where y'all at now. You know what I'm saying? I hope y'all keep going all the way. I don't know what y'all end game is or anything like that, but I hope y'all turn this up, you know what I'm saying, even more.
Trying to definitely do that. Keep people out of sketchy Airbnbs with blank white walls.
This is just now we have sketchy high rises.
Facts.
In those cases, so yeah, we did.
For sure. Well, we didn't do it yet, but we're getting there. But I mean, how's everything? How's life going?
Man, life is good. I've been pushing Steph Simon brand intentionally for like the first time in a long time. Kind of just wearing the rapper hat wearing the manager hat for myself and wearing the rapper hat for myself for the first time in a long time, and not being this Mr. Everything, Mr. Utility Belt for everyone. I still do a lot of things just because I got a lot of obligations still kind of out there to do, but really just being an artist, man. A window, a door is open for me as an artist. Just gotta work hard and see where it take me, bro. So I appreciate y'all always reaching out, being easy to, you know what I'm saying, when I want to get the word out.
Yeah,
and do it properly and go through proper platforms to do it. So
of course, yeah, no, anytime. I mean, as far as focusing on yourself. I told you, I noticed that on your Instagram, like you kind of focusing on yourself instead of, being the team player. We were talking about basketball. You said you're a team player. That's kind of the role you had.
Yeah.
As far as everybody, you were.
It's throwing a lot of people off.
But you talked about that in the last interview.
Yeah. It's throwing a lot of people off because people not used to me going to get mine. You know what I'm saying? I've been just trying to get it for everybody and get mine where I can while everybody's getting it. But nah, man, it's just changing up. I'm older. I'm a dinosaur in rap too. You know what I'm saying? So I already feel like I don't got that long to really do, which I do for the style of music I make.
Yeah,
but,
for sure.
But still, like, just wanting to make more time for my family and chill at the house more and stuff like that. I do know I want to push through and really give myself a good 2 years and go as hard as I can, and not that I care too much about being left off of lists and notoriety and stuff like that, but you still want to be respected by your peers as as an artist and taking your craft serious for so long and lasting in a successful manner for so long. You really just want to show people who you are, you know what I'm saying, and why you are who you are and how you got to where you got. You got to show people that, and it's like if I did it with helping everybody, imagine where I can go if I just focus on myself for a little bit, you know what I'm saying? And then I can help people a lot better once I take care of myself. So I had to tell myself that, and if I love helping people, but I can't properly do it if I ain't straight. So
definitely, and the bigger your platform is, and the more opportunities you have, and people the easier it's gonna be to actually help somebody out.
Real talk.
For sure. So touching on that, I mean, as much as you say you're focusing on yourself, you're still wearing a lot of hats. So
still.
First thing I think is going to be interesting. I said I rewatched the most recent interview we did a few days ago, and you were talking about. I asked you just a little bit about the reception of FILA, and you were talking about wanting to be something 5, 10, 15 years, 50 years down the line, or knowing that it was going to be somewhere people were always going to have, it was always going to be a big deal pretty much. So I just think it would be interesting, it's been a year since that conversation pretty much. So, how have things changed? Just your perspective on the whole situation and everything.
Man, bro, we still doing big things. Like, we here today in Oklahoma City, our Final Africa documentary. Well, the whole camp pretty much is going to, a lot of artists is going to Boston. We're all going to perform in Harvard, like in April.
That's super dope.
We just performed in OU yesterday. So it's still opportunities for Final Africa that still come on the table. It's so educational. That educational aspect is where these colleges and these schools is really getting involved and wanting to hear the music and the message and stuff like that. So, and the platform in the city, Final Africa, has really just become a stamp, you know what I'm saying, more than just an album. So if it's Final Africa Presents, it's at the point where it don't even have to be an artist on the project. It's just now just representation for rap, period, in the city. And I'm behind all that because I curate a lot for Final Africa. So I still wear a lot of hats, but I know I'm getting better at like really shutting that down and when it needs to be and doing what I need to do, putting myself first.
For sure, definitely, you're right. It is like it's a history lesson, what I mean, as much as it is like an album, absolutely. Exactly. And that makes a lot of sense that colleges, I took at OU, I don't know who put that stuff together, but I took like a hip-hop literature or something class.
Okay.
So,
they probably view shit.
He might have had something to do with it, but it was a lady that taught it, a lady from Jamaica. I'm getting off. But, people are doing that all around the country, and that's the type of thing that...
Yeah, they want it. You know what I'm saying? Hip-hop hasn't really just got in colleges like that. There's no hip-hop scholarships. You can't go to school as a rapper. That's something that I want to happen, where teaching them a claim for these kids. I do want kids to be able to get scholarships to be artists. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's something we all pushing for. And FILA is just opening a lot of doors to where I can see that happening through like FILA. You know what I'm saying? So it's still going. It's gonna forever go. It's gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep riding the FILA wave. This Block Wall Street thing that it's become a part of my brand it was since 2015. It was before FILA, after FILA. I'm gonna keep pushing that narrative, and you know what I'm saying, forever. So FILA is just another part of that umbrella for Greenwood, for Tulsa, for black artists and entrepreneurs. So I'm always wave the flag and go wherever it takes me, FILA or not. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna hear about it for sure.
Definitely. So kind of keeping on that like education, you mentioned it a little bit, but kind of I'm not fully hip. I've been seeing, I've been listening, checking out the songs you've been posting with the kids and everything, but kind of explain really just in general, what exactly it is that you're doing in McLean?
TMC Records is what it's called. It's a program for high school kids to create albums, create music, to learn how to do what you guys are doing, being in media, podcasting, YouTube. They want to be YouTubers. Really anything with arts and culture and entertainment that they want to do, we find a way. If I don't know how to do it, I'll bring somebody in to show them how to do it. Write music, sing, and we're making an album for the school, similar to Fire in Little Africa, but it's not based on Black Wall Street. They're just making songs that they like to make. That's as clean as we can be. They super turned up than what we was in high school. So I gotta show them how to use their words and really make music that they can stand on, and you know what I'm saying, music that can take them somewhere outside of the street music that they love to make and make what they hear. You know what I'm saying? I just show them how to really make good music, and how to be an independent artist at a young age, because I just super believe, which we did talk about this on one of our interviews, about the first interview actually. High schoolers just they have super peak momentum, whether they're a good rapper or they're not, coming out of high school, and I just show them how to cultivate that and getting them to the next level. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully that can push more artists into like a Phil Sosa, P-Wop, or Game Time June type status. You know what I'm saying? Because that's really it raises the level of the whole landscape in Tulsa if more artists get to that kind of status. You know what I'm saying? And not that I know how to do it, but I got a lot of game and I see promoters suck that momentum dry for so many people. You know what I'm saying? Like, they come out of high school, once they're old enough to get into these parties, they use that clout and all they homies coming with them just to get their parties cracking, but nothing ever gives back to the artist to be like, hey, this is how you get to the next level, or at least pay them or let them get their merch off or anything. It's always like we just give you free drinks in like 7 minutes to get on stage until your crowd don't come out no more. Then the next wave of artists come in, and the promoter stays the same, but there's always a new artist that comes in that gets these parties cracking. So I just trying to step in and be like, hey, let's learn the business. And at the end of the day, the business is bringing heads in these buildings. You know what I'm saying? And it's numbers. So as long as they are more conscious to that, and they're not just getting stuff popping for the sake of getting stuff popping, or normally your first video is the one that takes off for the most YouTube streams, and it's on somebody else's page that you can't even control the revenue or whatever you get from. You know what I'm saying? Just little things like that could get an artist to the next level. I'm teaching them early at a young age, instead of waiting till you're 27 and you want to finally learn this. And you're like, damn, my video with 500K streams ain't even linked to anything that I got going on. I can't, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So so many people fall victim of that, and I can't teach everybody. And I learned that I just said, let me start here. Let me get these kids right. You know what I'm saying? In the future, and once they get out of high school, they're gonna be 20, 21, already having the knowledge of using their momentum for their own personal gain. You know what I'm saying? So that's what the program is. I'm working to put it in 3 different schools in the next 2 years. So it'll actually be called FILA Academy, and TMC Records will be under there, and whatever other schools that accept it, you know what I'm saying, will be under that. So hopefully from TPS, I want it to be in public schools out here. I got a whole curriculum that you follow, that you performance-based, you know what I'm saying? So hopefully that's something that gets into all high schools, and I take it to colleges, and where scholarships start to arise. We're like, okay, just like you can go straight out of high school to overseas, or, you know what I'm saying, to play for Ignite, or go to 1 year in college and then go to the pros, you can
I mean, shit, you can get a scholarship to play cello.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So if you popping, if you're a freshman, you know what I'm saying, and you by the time you're a senior, you should have a nice number of followers, a nice number of streams. You kind of in motion. Hopefully somebody looking at you, and if not, you can at least go to Grambling or Ohio State now, wherever you was at. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we're just trying to build, pipeline.
Facts, nah, definitely. And it's always better to learn beforehand than, be, like you said, 25, 30 and looking back, and because you don't get that momentum back.
You don't get that momentum back. You don't get it back. You really gotta love it to stay in it after that. You know what I'm saying? You really gotta just love making music and hope people love you for your craft after that, because you're not getting that. I'm not getting my high school fame and all the things we did back when we was trash rappers, but we was just popping. Like, I'm not getting that back, you know what I'm saying? So for real.
For sure. So, I mean, what specifically made you feel like that was important? I mean, other than just the, like to put it in schools, I guess, and, teach it as a curriculum rather than just, finding kids.
Because everybody don't go to college, and everybody don't get the June blow up. Like, that's unicorn. You know what I'm saying? June is a unicorn. Like, everybody don't get it that way. You know what I'm saying? It's a stair-step process to get there, and a lot of people, but everybody has dreams of wanting to get to that kind of level. You know what I'm saying? It's an underground route. It's a label route. It's a get discovered and blow up real quick. Where there's so many different routes, but at least like honing your talent to benefit. I just want people to benefit off their own selves. Like, first, it's a nasty game out here where people can just use you for their gain out here, and I just want people to be aware of it while they're trying to get to that level. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
So that's really it. I've seen so many. I've been out here for a long time, bro. Like, I've been out here watching artists for a long time, and I tell a lot of them, but a lot of them feel like they popping and they look at me like, you just a old rapper, you don't know what you're talking about, you know what I'm saying? Then I turn into big bro after the fact. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, big bro, let me get some game, bro. Let me, like, after they shit done died down, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And now they want to like learn the fundamentals of it. And like, I can't save everybody, bro, and I don't got all the best answers, but like, I can at least help you be your own boss at this. So that's just really what I'll do it for, bro. Nobody did it for me. You know what I'm saying? So this is my give back. For
sure. So we talked about it a little bit already, but I'm gonna just be transparent. I wanna double back and kind of talk about the Dreamland Festival and kind of expanding that off of the World Culture Music Festival and changing, just kind of get back to that as far as what the thought process was as far as getting a little bigger and everything like that.
Yeah, man. World Culture Music has been going on since 2016. 2014 was the first festival I ever threw. Was Complex Music and Arts Festival. 2014, 2015, and it bombed. Like, it did real bad. I just didn't know what I was doing. 2015, I took a break, came back. King Cut created World Culture Music, the brand, and me and Tone had a brand called Tulsa World, and then Verse and Paid, and we all just came together and was like, we part of this World Culture Music. Let's make a big umbrella. And I went to South by Southwest at 2014. I did Norman Music Festival. I go to shows in Deep Ellum, and I all noticed they had like strips of bars where hip hop was, where like underground hip hop and local hip hop was located, and we had the Sound Pony, and then next door was the Yeti, and next door was Cane's, and across the street was Inner Circle, down the street was Vanguard, you know what I'm saying? And I built relationships with all these owners, just doing shows and being out there during the daytime writing my music in these bars and stuff like that. I meet the owners of the bars, or I meet the booking agents of the other places and stuff like that. So all these festivals and things that was happening in the town didn't have any rap on it for years, and I would complain on Facebook all day until I said, man, I need to do something about it or nothing's gonna happen. And I hollered at Keno. He was working in the food truck. I said, bro, I'm about to do a festival. We can call it World Culture Music Festival, you know what I'm saying? And this is his name.
Yeah.
And he was like, cool, let's do it. And so I run to all these venues and I book them all on the same day. And it turned into a holiday, like it turned into a hip hop holiday, you know what I'm saying? And just fast forward to 2022, 2022, because of the Motown deal, I kind of get some connects with people that know J. Cole, you know what I'm saying? So I want to bring J. Cole to Tulsa, because I'm a full-blown bring people to Tulsa type of, I'm not really a promoter, but I'm like bringing rappers that aren't your normal rappers that you will see come to Tulsa. I'm kind of bringing a different style of music that people want out here.
Yeah. Currency.
I'm kind of Currency, Larry June. Like I'm building a name for being that type of guy, and I was like, man, let's go crazy and bring Dreamville. So we come up with this show named Dreamville to Dreamland, and I'm like, man, Dreamland is hard. Like, and the Williams Dreamland Theater was a theater that was burned down during the massacre, you know what I'm saying? And that's just something I wanted to keep in my brand. It was Black Wall Street and represent that. And that's the backstory behind it. But I wanted J. Cole to coin the city as Dreamland, like Big Apple or the Big Easy. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted the city to have, which I think is like the City of Faith or something like that. I can't remember, but I was like, no, we need a new one. And I wanted him to coin it, and their team was interested, but we couldn't get a hold of J. Cole. And then we got a number from him, which was a crazy amount. And we was like, all right, like, you know what I'm saying? We can't get him this year. But like Boss and JID was like, they gave us a number and was up for it, but we didn't use the BOK Center. So I was like, nah, let's keep the name though, because I like Dreamland, because I've been wanting to take Dreamland, I've been wanting to take the festival to different cities, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, Dreamland sounds like a bigger festival name that you can take, you know what I'm saying? Dreamland San Antonio, or Dreamland Cincinnati, or Dreamland Seattle, or Dreamland Kansas City. I was like, yeah, that's it. It has a better ring to it. So we changed the name. We kept the World Culture Music format on Friday, and Saturday was the Dreamland more format of where it's going into, kind of getting transitioning people into where we going with the festival. So I'm looking forward to this year. More artists, you know. I'm already scouting artists, and I got a team of people that's scouting artists now, more so than me, than the people I would just personally want to see. But I really hope I hope I get Lil Tyler. That's who I like.
Oh, I fuck with Lil Tyler heavy.
That's who I want to get.
I fuck with him a
I
lot.
want to get Lil Tyler, and I want to get Tia Korean too.
Okay.
And she got a song called Freaky T. That's
okay.
Yeah. But them are two people that I'm really like trying to find out if I can get them out here, because
that's a different
wow.
vibe for sure
than normal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to go that route. I'm letting my younger influences cook.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This year, I'm a super hip hop purist. Sneak was telling me like, yeah, bro, like get Baby Tron. Like, you know, like, but I like Baby Tron too. You know what I'm saying? So I'm really letting the homies, like, I'm listening. You know what I'm saying? It ain't all just I want super hip hop in there and my style, but it'll still have that element too. So
for sure. Well, let's kind of transition back into the rapper Steph Simon mode. I mean, obviously, you've been promoting Tulsa King for some months now.
Bro.
Yeah.
I messed up and put the album cover out knowing the album wasn't even recorded.
Okay.
Like just a few songs. I was so happy about the the picture and how it turned out.
Yeah, it is dope.
I couldn't hold it to myself, and I wanted people to see it. And then like, I was like, I know this album ain't coming out no time soon. But I wanted people to see the picture because people were talking about the show at the time.
Yeah.
And the album was called Original Entrepreneur. That was the title of the album, and I changed the name to Tulsa King because I was like,
I remember, yeah.
the show is out. So now it's called Tulsa King, the Original Entrepreneur. So it's 3 albums still, but it's Tulsa King, and then the name of the album is like the sub name.
Okay.
Like it's an episode.
Yeah.
Or a season, if you will. So the season 2 of Tulsa King, they're not recording it in Tulsa. I'm not recording my album in Tulsa either. Like I'm gonna record it out of town. You know what I'm saying? I'm just following their rollout. But I changed the name because I was like, dog, it ain't nobody on there really from the town like that. And then it was like it was really a response to my peers and people like of the town, not really crowning me or nothing like that, but just like everybody be coming to me for lookouts or helping, and I really do look out for the people like a king, you know what I'm saying? I look out and I rule myself like a king, and I walk like one. And before rap, you know what I'm saying, I always felt like I was chosen to be something, but it was a title I didn't want because of all the negative things that I feel like come with being a king, you know what I'm saying? It can get very resentful. It can get like I'm not trying to be more superior over nobody or anything like that. And it's not like I'm the only one, you know what I'm saying, type of thing. But I did want to like let it be known that I am gonna walk into my title and keep moving like that unapologetically and keep doing great things and not get their head cut off. Like I'm gonna live to enjoy it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And music or not, just even if I didn't rap, who I am for the city of Tulsa will remain. If you erase my whole musical career, who I am for Tulsa will still be. I'll still be who I am. You know
Definitely.
what I'm saying? So that's what really the album was about, is like becoming. We was talking about like being the worker bee, and now like you're up here, and the emotions you go through and the growing pains you go through. My favorite song on the album is called Growing Pains, and all the things you go through and all the changes and the people changing, and you know what I'm saying, and you changing and the way you carry yourself, and the short, like people respecting your time and boundaries that you have to place now. Like it's all about all that. It's more so than just, I hope people ain't expecting like I'm the king and I'm shitting on everybody. Like it's really like a soundtrack to becoming, you know what I'm saying, like a coming of age type of album. And it ride, man. My students love it. I recorded it at McLean High School. My students recorded me, and they've been A&R in the project the whole time. So they said it's dope when they 17, 15, 16 years old. So I'm like, man, I'm ready to put it out. It's gonna ride. But
So this is a completely different album than the one we were talking about last time.
Yeah, than Original Entrepreneur. Like Original Entrepreneur,
I don't even think
like,
you didn't even tell me the name last time.
I didn't. It ain't a flower. Yeah, those are coming out like next year. Those are. Yeah,
so this is a whole
new.
new.
It's a whole nother. Yeah, it's a whole nother trilogy of albums. Yeah, for sure. So I got like 6 albums before I feel like I'm gonna retire.
Okay.
And, but these Tulsa King trilogies are gonna drop every time a new season of Tulsa King. I'm gonna keep doing them as long as they go. So they get to season 6, I'm gonna do 6. If they do 2, I'm gonna do 2. If they do 3, I'm gonna do 3. But yeah, this is just something for that. But after that, I'm dropping Still on Black Wall Street at the end of the year. So pretty dope.
For sure. You know when Tulsa King's coming?
It ain't gonna be out by the album release party, which I don't want anyway. I kind of want people to hear it for the first time live, and then release it. That kind of works for me. But shout out to being able to get people to come to a show for an album that ain't out yet. I feel like that's a Tulsa King flex. And but I'm hoping April, like the first week of April. We'll see.
For sure.
But it's in the mastering stage right
Gotcha.
now. So if this come out before then, it should be out like soon after this goes up. So yeah. No date though. I'm just gonna post it and be like, it's fine.
For sure.
Yeah.
So I mean, I remember it almost seems like, I know you said it's not like a flex type of album as much. I mean, I remember, I keep going back to the last interview, but I feel like you're building on everything you were talking about. So I want to,
Yeah, for sure.
You said something about Nipsey, like you felt like you were in like a Crenshaw, like mailbox money
Mode,
era. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm definitely that.
You feel like that's because the first part of you describing it sounded like Victory Lap, and then the second half was.
Yeah.
I mean,
So this ain't the Victory Lap.
Okay.
This is definitely like a mailbox money or a Crenshaw, and I want to say Still on Black Wall Street is gonna be a Victory Lap type of Still on Black Wall Street is gonna be a Victory Lap. But no, these are just, I just feel like rapping. I feel like I can rap great. I want to remind people if people forgot, like I still can rap and I love rapping, and I just wanted to rap, bro. And I wasn't trying to make a classic with this. It's just rap songs, bro. I feel like all my songs got meanings, like super intentional meanings that you only can really digest one or two times and you get everything. And it's like, and not to say it ain't got no replay value, but like it's really based for a great performance. These are just some tight ass songs, bro. Like some cool ass shit to ride to, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like for real, just some cool shit to ride to. And get money to and smoke and which turn that Steph Simon on for the first. I feel like the first time it's gonna be like turn that Steph Simon on, like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I don't say niggas don't be saying. Nobody says turn that Steph Simon on, but like
shout out to Kev.
I don't mean I don't think I'm Eminem with it. You know what I'm saying? But it's more of a like. All right, cut this one is hard. Like, you know what I'm saying? This one is just for the summer, bro. Like, straight up. So
for sure. So you said something kind of in passing that I wanted you to touch on too, as far as I think you said Tulsa King. Nobody from Tulsa was really in it. They shot it here, I think, right?
Yeah, they shot mostly here, majority of here.
So, I mean, how do you feel about that? First of all. I mean, I know
I only watched one episode, to be honest, but I know Elise was in it, which is dope. She's from OKC, and then I know Spence. I can't think of her name right now. It's a friend of mine. She's in it. She's an extra in it, which was dope to see. But the mayor was in it. And of course, they showed the Orler dude and some things like that. The airport was in it. But I understand that. You know what I'm saying? I be understanding how that worked. But it was really like, I want to get on a show. So I'm going to use the title and make it blow it up big enough until I get a cease and desist. And like, let's settle at a role. I'll do it for free. Like, let's just settle and not get sued. Well, let me just work it off as the evil villain of the show. You know what I'm saying? But I think bringing Sylvester Stallone to Greenwood and then the north side, trying to pull that dispensary shit on the north side, and I'm just like, nah, that ain't going down. Like, I done wrote a whole scenario of how me being added to the show could work. You know what I'm saying? Like, he come to Greenwood and like try to pull that shit, and I'm like, nah, I'm the Tulsa King. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's just a character in my head, kind of. You know what I'm saying? For sure. On top of my personal, how I personally feel about myself.
Definitely. My bigger overarching, I guess, kind of question was like, that's kind of isolated, but I feel like kind of y'all's movement in general and, you know, kind of the Black Wall Street name and Greenwood, I feel like people that aren't necessarily from Tulsa have used that a lot over the years.
All over the place.
And even more recently in the last, you know, like 3-4 years.
It's everywhere. It's going on right now as we speak.
I mean, what's the name? They got the Greenwood online banking. Like, I mean, I think, were you the one that told me You had only heard about it after the game. Was that you?
About Greenwood, period.
About Black Wall Street?
Black Wall Street. I knew about Greenwood. But
Yeah,
the
but
word Black Wall Street and what it was, I did my research on it because I first heard the word Black Wall Street from a song from the game, Dissing G Unit, in like 07, 08, something like that. Yeah.
for sure.
So,
But I mean,
I learned, I went crazy, but about just putting in my music, I was like, man, I got something to rap about. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I got something that I can rap about, foundational wise, about the city that could stick. But like First 48 was like all we had. You know what I'm saying? All people had. But yeah, people are using it and coming. It's all over the place, everywhere. You know what I'm saying? This movie, LeBron did a documentary. Rest did a documentary, won an Emmy. And they use people from Tulsa, as long as it's some type of give back and inclusion with the actual community that's out there, I'm all for it. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, we only here because people passed and people was murdered, and you know what I'm saying? So if it has to have some type of credibility at the underlining of it. It can't just be out here just running around promoting black business and entrepreneurship for nothing. Like, something got to be on some give back to the community, because it's still, people are still out there, you know what I'm saying, trying to get it out the mud every day, for real. So
for sure. No, absolutely. That was just my point. People, capitalizing that didn't really feel the effects of, certain things like that. But for sure. I mean, well, Tulsa King owes Steph a role
they need me to
do their piece of that.
I need a role, or I just need at the least I need Sylvester Stallone to just walk in a bar and I'm like playing with my band in the background. At the least, I just need that.
I feel like somebody can make that happen.
Yeah, that's simple, bro. Like that should be easy. So
for sure.
If I don't get a role, I just need that.
For sure. Well, I mean, you got me excited to hear the project. I mean,
it's gonna be hard, bro. Y'all let me know what y'all think, cause y'all taste is like, I'm trying not to. I'm not chasing y'all's taste and y'all's sound, but I watch y'all and I see the artists y'all pick and stuff like that, and what y'all taste of music. I feel like I know, but I want to see if it impress you all. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, we all want to be respected by our peers. And with you, Reed and Sean, I want to know what y'all think when y'all hear it. I'm not gonna jump in the comments and get mad if y'all don't post it as y'all favorite or top 5. I appreciate the award. I got a nominee too, actually. Yeah. I was like, yo, it's lit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm not gonna like go crazy if it don't. But I do wanna, you know what I'm saying, see what y'all think, and if it makes it. I got a lot of albums that could make, like, if I drop them all, I think all 5 of them would be nominees for you know what I'm saying? Yeah. If I drop all the albums, I too feel like they will all be album of the year, but I'm only dropping 2 this year. Y'all pick which one y'all want.
For sure.
One I'm going for a Grammy, so I don't care if y'all don't pick that one.
For sure.
It's like outside of Oklahoma.
That's the second one?
Yeah. But this one is like, I'm just doing this for us, for the homies.
For sure. Sure. I'm excited to hear it. Definitely.
The suit kind of throwing it off, I think, because I got on the suit on the album cover, and the album is like, when you listen to it, it sounds like hoop shorts and like t-shirts and.
I mean, I feel like that made sense to me, just on the theme of like the.
Right. Well,
but I expected more of like a little like. Popping your shit a little bit.
I'm popping shit. I'm popping shit, but the story behind it is like getting to the
how you got there more than I'm here type shit.
Yeah. But you definitely gonna feel like you feel like he there.
For sure.
But nah, I got a song called "Popping Off" on there where I'm popping shit. Like, it's a lot of songs where I'm popping shit on there, but it is a story on like getting to that feeling, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, coming of age type of album for sure.
Definitely. Well,
I don't want to say too much though. I want y'all to like be surprised on what y'all hear.
For sure. Even when it comes out, it's just gonna be. I'm gonna be surprised when it comes out.
15 songs, maybe 14, maybe 15, and that's hard enough to get people to, you know what I'm saying. But I want to see if y'all get through it all and check it out, man.
Definitely.
It's for the state.
For sure, we'll do that. Man, I appreciate you, taking the time out of your day. I know you got a lot of stuff going on with the
Man.
films and stuff like that.
We out here showing the film, Fine Little Africa documentary with my man, Director Sneak, the director of Black Wall Street, Keith Daniels, and we're gonna show it. We're gonna talk about it. I might get on the mic if they let me. We'll see. So.
Dope. Well, like I said, appreciate you stopping by, bro. Next time we get into a new little office, new little space, we'll have to
bro.
let you come through and see what you think about it.
For sure.
For sure.
Appreciate y'all.
Thank you.